YouTube, what's the word, gangy? Back with another little ass video. Yeah, so make sure y'all please leave a like, comment, share this video, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button for your boy. Got a little ass video from Dr. Insanity. It's about an evil dad realizes cops found his disturbing secrets. Huh? Gonna be a good one, so please leave a like, please comment, please share this video. If you're new, once again, hit that subscribe button. Fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Evil dad realizes cop found his disturbing secret. Whew. Let's go.
She's not back yet? You mind if we take a look in her bedroom? Has she ever disappeared before?
She's didn't leave without my permission. She does not text me when I text her.
What does she normally take with her when she leaves?
Her book bag, her phone.
Her phone's not in here.
Not that I've found.
I can talk to you that farm around. Arguing here last night, or I mean, the night before, anything, any reason she would leave? No. This rumor going around, people telling us that she was afraid to come home.
This is the moment Andy McCauley realized police were on his trail. Just hours earlier, his girlfriend's daughter, Riley Crossman, suddenly went radio silent, and police were quickly called to come and investigate. At first glance, it looked just like a messy teenager's bedroom with...
Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. The way this room look, I gotta do my skips. Hold on, I gotta set this up right. Alright, we gonna do normal. Can I edit any of this? No. It's cool. I gotta do it probably in the settings.
Come and investigate.
Look at this room. Look at this room. First of all, this room alone looks weird. It's like this is no normal girl room. This is more of like a junkie room or some shit. Like somebody that's, you know, real filthy nasty.
Glance, it looks just like a messy teenager's bedroom with nothing out of
like, look at all this shit. Like, this is trailer trash type shit. You know, like this is like trailer trash type shit.
Ordinary, but as the officers scoured through the clutter,
unsettling
details began to emerge.
This is her book bag. Debbie said she wore it, but she said the kids already went through everything.
They would find items that a teenager might typically take if they were planning to run away. But as they begin to look even more, they start to notice blood.
Blood?
Blood was on her sheets, and more was found on her comforter. The cops were now certain that foul play had
Check the rest of the
occurred,
house.
Something terrible happened to Riley. As they try to piece together the puzzle, police find themselves entangled in one man's web of deceptions and twisted lies, all crafted to conceal his one single disturbing secret.
Ooh, shit.
On May 8, 2019, dispatchers received a call from a concerned woman reporting the disappearance of her 15-year-old daughter, Riley Crossman. As officers arrive at the scene, they come into contact with the caller, Chantel Oakley, and her boyfriend, Andy McCauley.
What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a while.
Any word? You mind if we take a look in her bedroom? Has she ever disappeared before?
She didn't leave without my permission. She does not text me when I text her. This is the only mirror we have like this, so I came in yesterday morning, and I don't remember them being there, and especially her glasses, because this is not exactly the way it was. I've been in here digging and looking to see if there was a note or anything like that.
Oh, okay, so that's probably why the room junky like that. Because I was confused. I'm like, first of all, the room shouldn't even be this junky for a little girl, but she confirmed she was in here searching and stuff for notes and stuff like that. So now it makes sense why the room looks so out of place and so nasty. Like, people just dig down to the laundry bags and shit. So, okay, now it makes sense with that. Okay.
According to Riley's mother, this was unlike her, and she wasn't one to run off without telling anyone. A quick search of her room revealed that her belongings were untouched, except her bed, which was covered in bloodstains. This was highly suspicious, so...
Wait. Let me go back, because I think I just heard him say that... Man, it sounded like the mom lying, right?
Search of her room revealed that her belongings were one to run off. According to Riley's mother, this was unlike her
Yes,
bloodstains.
never mind.
This was highly suspicious, so officers quickly took a sample and sent it off for DNA testing. But for now, officers need to gather as much information as possible
Man,
to
that house
offer
is
DNA
that house
testing.
is dirty.
But for now, officers need to
They need to get together now.
gather as much information as possible from people who last saw Riley, so they decide to question Andy about his whereabouts.
He
that
look
day.
at it. Look how he looking. He looking nervous. Eyes bucked and shit.
Talk to you that mom around arguing here last night, or I mean, the night before, anything, any reason she would leave? No. Okay. Because the rumor going around, people telling us that she was afraid to come home.
Oh shit.
Well, you know how people go sometimes, but that was nothing like that. Okay. So she wouldn't have to be here. I mean, they're right. They ain't like that. They
What?
never like that. He says nothing. Yeah. My mom wasn't even home.
Her mom went even home.
She's at work.
So where you was at?
She got an argument with you and didn't want to come home.
No. She was you can ask your grandma. She was here doing dishes and everything. Her grandma was here till 7:30.
Okay.
Debbie.
Right.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw her?
Like 9, maybe 10ish.
Grandma was here till 7:30. Last time you saw her was like 9, maybe 10ish. So grandma long gone a whole hour and a half before something even transpired type shit.
At night?
Yeah.
And what context was that?
Oh, she was here in the house. She went to bed probably. Well, I don't know what time she went to bed, but she was. All the kids were in the room by like 9:30. 9:30.
Did she leave in the morning?
No, I left 4. I got up 4 o'clock in the morning. Left 5.
Okay.
Go to work.
According to family and friends, Andy was never an early riser. In fact, when police interviewed one of his colleagues, Johnny, he
always
stated
late.
that he had to go to his house and repeatedly call him to wake him up. But
Oh,
on this
shit.
particular day, things were different.
Oh shit.
I'll call him and see if he's up.
So that morning, do you remember if you called him or he called you?
Wednesday morning. I want to say he called.
He called
This was
him?
not the only strange thing about Andy that day.
You telling me this the man that always got to go down there wake him up or call him to go to work? And he called him.
Also told police that he was at work all day, and when cops interviewed another one of his colleagues to verify his alibi, they found out that Andy had left work and was gone for nearly 5 hours.
And he gets back at roughly, it's probably 2:45.
It's almost time to go.
So he was going a while. 4, almost 5 hours.
Because of this, detectives now know that Andy hasn't been completely honest with them so far, at least about staying at work the full day. This is very clearly a red flag and means that he's trying to hide something from them. But Andy might not be the only one hiding something, as officers would find out when they decide to look into Riley's boyfriend, Hayden.
Oh,
Last 8 months,
shit.
the two reportedly FaceTimed every night. So officers believed that if anyone was in contact with Riley the night before, it would
gotta be the
Hayden.
boyfriend.
He was soon called in for an interview 2 days after Riley went missing.
Don't be smiling, Mom. Don't be smiling.
Be Hayden.
He knows
Called
something.
in for an interview 2 days after Riley went missing.
Can you just tell us when you were last FaceTiming?
I was actually talking to her about the DC trip that was going on.
And could
What
you
time?
know exactly what time?
10:30
What, 10:30?
ish.
On the night of Riley's
This message was deleted. What? What?
disappearance, it just so happened that Hayden deleted all his messages with Riley because he did not want his mother seeing them. This is why detectives could tell that Hayden knows something, but because of his mother's defensiveness, he's unable to speak his mind.
Get up out the room.
Or not to delete his messages, but he is in habit of deleting everything.
What do you know about her mom's lifestyle? Or what their relationship?
I don't really know much about mom.
I feel like she just doesn't.
Get out the room.
She'll just let her do whatever she wants. They had a dance, and she was wearing this short dress. She let her walk to the school by herself in this short dress.
Oh,
It's at
man.
night. Riley had way too much freedom.
Although this
wow.
interview was not too fruitful,
That's why your son with her. She's a hot mama. That boy trying to get him some. He trying to lose his for Jay. He trying to lose his V. That's what he trying to lose his V card. That's what it is. That's why he with her.
It pushed Hayden to come forward with a crucial piece of evidence afterwards. A series of disturbing text messages.
Them Apple Watches do it every time. You could delete that shit in your phone, the Apple Watch gonna do it every time. That shit's still gonna be in there.
That Riley sent to him the night before she disappeared, saying that Andy was in her room and that she was scared.
What?
Immediately, all suspicion was further confirmed around Andy, and officers would later use this information to piece together this dark puzzle. But for now, finding out Andy's actual whereabouts and what really happened during the 5 hours that Riley was missing is crucial to the investigation, and the reason why Andy would be called in for questioning.
I just talked to Johnny, right? You saw him lately. Okay. Would you be surprised if he told me something completely different?
Maybe.
Do you not remember
Maybe.
leaving that job site going to Red Hill?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. We did go to. It did. I'm sorry. We did. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. We did go to. It did a show.
How long were you there at Red Hill?
Like the rest of the day.
Okay.
You ain't come back?
Okay. Were you at that house the entire time fixing the shelves?
No.
Okay. Where were you at?
I was at the other house.
Okay.
I went and got some. I went and got some more drugs.
If Andy was off doing illegal drugs during those 5 missing hours, then that could possibly explain why he didn't initially tell the cops.
Yeah, look at him. I said his ass was buck. He looked at high. He looks high right here. I knew I wasn't tweaking.
Truth about where he had been all day. But this also could just be his way of trying to distract the police by bringing their attention to something else. At this point, detectives know that Andy is desperate to give them an alternate alibi, and his drug story could possibly be true. So to cross-check, they would call in Johnny again. Johnny had a history of drug use, and the two would often do
snitch.
cocaine together.
So Andy snitched. That's the Andy snitch got his buddy in here now. Huh. Oh man, goddamn. He got his head down like, I can't believe this bitch ass motherfucker, man.
So he can easily substantiate or discredit Andy's account.
Would you say that there was enough to still do another line each? Oh yeah, a couple lines each.
Couple.
Yeah.
Damn, they bought
So
a
you
lot.
you didn't need any more coke. No.
So now, Andy's story about going to get more drugs isn't
Add
adding
up.
up. His
It's
colleague
not?
had already told the cops that they had more than enough cocaine to get them
Yeah, he's
through the rest
snitching.
of the day, so there would be no reason for them to go get more drugs. Realizing that Andy has been lying, the police decide it's time to confront him and get to the bottom of his deception.
What if I told you that I know you weren't investing in Bill, and you didn't buy drugs off anybody that day? See what I'm getting at? It went from this story to this story, now I get a third story. This is one of these times you really need to think what you're telling me. Okay, because you're not being honest. Remember when I told you about being honest and I'm not going to just throw shit at you? I know you weren't there. I know you didn't buy drugs off your cousin, and I know you didn't use it in that parking lot.
He even gave up the plug? He even gave up the drug dealer? His own cousin. He gave his own cousin up. He gave his own fucking cousin up. And what's so crazy is he never even went to the cousin to begin with. So now the police know the cousin's selling drugs. And they're going to fuck around and bump him eventually now. Yeah, Andy got to get got.
Where did you go when you left?
Went to my house to get the drugs.
Okay.
I already had them in my house.
Okay.
I already told you to tell. I still want to tell you I had them in my house.
So you go back home, you use your drugs, and then you go back to work, and then what?
Considering
Went
the
back to work
discrepancies
high.
in each version of the story
Now you
he
lose
tells
your job,
officers,
too.
There is more than enough reason for officers to not
My
trust
bad, let me go
the
back.
engine of the
Forgot
story
that.
he tells officers. Considering the discrepancies in each version of the story he tells officers, there is more than enough reason for officers to not trust Andy, like they would express.
I'm just telling you the whole part about you being honest.
I'm being honest with you. I've been honest with you. I told you shit that I didn't even want to tell you.
Okay. You're being somewhat honest. I mean, we're doing some polling to get some information about some drug activity, which is us. I don't even give two shits about. But yet we're having trouble pulling that out of you.
Because I was worried about the big names out there.
Okay, and I told you I don't care about that.
I didn't say that.
You told us about the drug activity, what, 2 nights ago? Did I arrest you for it?
Right, because they not narcotics detectives. Them homicide detectives and what you missing police, however you call them shit. Whatever you call
The
them.
main reason for
They
detectives
not worrying about
pressuring Andy
drugs.
like this is because a record of his movements is crucial for this investigation. Usually law enforcement can just track a suspect's movements using their phone, but in Andy's case, he had supposedly left it at home the day
Oh,
that Riley went
man.
missing. Knowing that the more leniency detectives show to Andy, the bolder he would become in giving shady alibis, detectives decide to ramp up the intensity of the conversation, even more to make Andy nervous and slip up about his real whereabouts.
Oh,
You
he
know,
was
the
cheating.
further along this is,
And he was cheating.
whatever happens, and whoever did this to her, the worse off it gets for that person too.
Yes, hope so.
She was probably taken out of that house by somebody.
Yeah, I feel something that she was taken that way. I feel because she'd be on by now. She would leave her mom.
She was taken from that house, is what I'm saying. She didn't wander off. She didn't pack a bag and take her clothes, take her glasses, take a cell phone charger.
She didn't run away.
Take all her money.
Right.
She invested her money.
She didn't run away.
Money was still in the book bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy
So
was
like I
out
said,
cheating,
someone's gonna
getting high
run away or do something,
off the
they're gonna
coke.
make a little bit better effort, even for a 15-year-old.
I agree.
For a 15-year-old kid, they're gonna at least have the necessities.
Even after explicitly stating the absurdity of the situation, Andy seems as calm as ever and won't crack about where he really was. But even in this situation, detectives have one piece of evidence that would cause the pressure to mount on Andy. The texts that Hayden had showed
He
them.
was in my
Once
room.
confronted with these, Andy's behavior changes immediately.
What if I told you her last text to her boyfriend were saying, don't talk, because she still has the FaceTime on? Andy's in here. I'm afraid.
That's what it said.
What if I told you that?
Honestly, that's crazy.
I can put my hand on the Bible and tell you I saw those texts today.
Well, I like to see him because I knew probably
You like to see him.
I know she was.
Not only that, she said you were in here and she was in her bedroom because the FaceTime was still on.
I was never in her room.
That's not what she's saying.
I don't go in her room.
Andy, I'm not lying to you.
I was not in her room, for one. And for two, the kid's not scared of her. There's no reason for her to be scared of me. I've been there in her life for a year and a half.
That ain't enough time.
But what we're saying, like I get that, I hear you, but what we're saying is that's what she's saying. So obviously to her, she's afraid of something.
Mm-hmm.
The wall.
He was off the motherfucking drugs. Came with that bitch tweaking, folks. Tweaking out. She
Are closing in on Andy quickly, and he's no longer able to keep up with his lies. He can't think of any possible reason why Riley would be afraid of him, or any explanation for why she would have sent her boyfriend those texts.
Exactly.
There's no way. There's no way you can ask your mother. Her mother will tell you that it's not true. There's no
I'm
way.
telling you, I read that with my own eyes
Mhm.
today.
I don't know. I know.
So you see where that puts us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand, but the kid's not scared of me. I don't understand.
You was in that room, though.
Despite the damning
He was
physical
in that
evidence,
room.
Andy continues to insist that there was no reason that Riley would have been afraid of him. Perhaps he thinks that if he denies this enough times, the cops will simply move on.
Hell no.
That's your grandmother.
That's what she is saying.
She's saying. That's why we're saying that. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors when you know you and Chantel are there, or Chantel and Riley are there. Or we don't know. Okay, but obviously in her mind, she's afraid of you. Would you agree? Doesn't make sense. Because those make sense at all. So does she have any reason to say that? No. Then why would she say that? Oh no.
At this point, the cops have given Andy an opportunity to come up with any sort of explanation at all, or even a lie. This would have been his chance to point towards something that may have happened in the past, even as simple as a disagreement between the two of them, as a possible reason Riley would have written these things. But Andy is not taking the bait.
Is she vindictful towards you? Does she hate you? No. She don't hate me. She loves me. That's what I'm asking you. I don't know that. Does she argue with you? No, ever. We have never cuss at you, curse you out, nothing. Never, nothing. In a year and a half, nothing. Okay, so it sounds like to me she does love you so heartedly. Yes. Okay, so why would she say that?
Right.
No. In a year and a half, we have not had one conflict.
A year and a half or nothing?
We have.
Okay, him and the boy.
Anything, like you said, a year and a half or
You probably be
last
creeping her out.
several months, several days, nothing that's you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one time she wanted this, not to.
Yeah, she 15. He probably was creeping her out, checking her out and shit like that. And she probably picked up on that shit. And it was probably like that type of, I'm scared, you know? Then he already have the drugs and she know he get high. Probably him and the mom get high. So it was more so probably, even my room at 10:30 at night. Why is you in here for one? You already give me the creeps, you know? Like, that's probably more than what that's probably what it is. I don't think it's probably him putting his hand on her, nothing like that. But yeah, it's probably some shit like that for sure. And then he like a fake stepdad type shit. Like he grown as hell. She coming to her own figure and stuff like that. It's some shit along that, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
With all else failing, Andy would attempt to try and convince the cops that he shares the same sentiments as them.
But you see where that puts us, right?
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you guys are. I'm not mad that you guys are doing your job.
I mean, that's the last message he has from her.
I'm glad you guys are doing your job. I think you're doing your job, but there's nothing I can think of.
You want us to do our job. That's what we're doing.
I'm asking you to do your job. I'm not mad. You guys don't know. Guys, I think he's a little pissed off, but nothing. There's nothing I can think of. Oh, she'd be mad at me for, or she'd be upset with me, or scared of me, or anything would be.
You didn't go in that room?
No.
She still had FaceTime one too.
Okay, well, I wasn't in that room.
The cops lacked probable cause at this time to arrest Andy, but there is one piece of evidence that is about to change the course of this entire investigation.
What is it?
It was around this time
The
that the
blood.
lab results on that blood
His
sample
blood.
would finally return, and it would be an exact match to Andy's DNA. But that's not all. They also learned that the blood they tested was also mixed with saliva.
Yeah, I don't wanna think what I'm thinking, gang. I don't want to think what I'm thinking, gang, because I know she was still a V. I know she was still a V.
This made the cops suspect that the blood they tested was also mixed with saliva. This made the cops suspect that Riley's face may have been forced into the pillow in an attempt to keep her from screaming. This is an important development, but they still haven't located Riley, and they need to find more information about where Andy was during those 5 missing hours. Luckily, though, all of that can be answered in the CCTV footage that captured all of Andy's movements.
How much time we got? 3 minutes? This shit better be a part 2.
There were cameras attached to a nearby high school that captured Andy McCauley leaving his work site. That was the starting point of the investigation for the cops. They knew the direction of his travel, including the fact that he was on Route 9. An eyewitness who knew what Andy's vehicle looked like was able to confirm that she saw his truck backed up into the driveway of Riley's home in the middle of the day when he should have been at work. At this point, the cops believe that Andy killed Riley during the late night or early morning hours, likely to keep her from screaming while he assaulted her. They believe he then hid her body in the bedroom until everyone left, and then later returned to the house when it was empty to pick up her body and dispose of it. Using CCTV footage to guide them, and with the help of police canines trained to pick up Riley's scent, they search a nearby mountainous area. It is there that they tragically find Riley's decomposing body left in a secluded area. While this is the outcome that nobody wanted, it marks the turning point in the case. Near where Riley's body is found, there are several unique-looking screws discovered. These are the same screws that were located when the cops had searched Andy's vehicle the day previously. This is even further evidence that solidified the case against him, and 8 days after the discovery of Riley's body, Andy is arrested and charged with her murder. He pleaded not guilty. In the trial, Andy's defense argued that the prosecution failed to provide a clear motive or definitive cause of death, as the exact cause could not be determined due to the body's decomposition. Despite this, the jury found significant evidence linking McCauley to the crime, such as the presence of drywall mud on Crossman's body, which matched the drywall found in McCauley's truck, and inconsistencies in McCauley's statements about his whereabouts on the day of Crossman's disappearance.
Got his
The
ass.
jury deliberated for about 4 hours over the course of 2 days and decided that the monster who murdered Riley was none other than Andy McCauley.
We, the members of the pettit jury, as to the issues joined, find the defendant, Andrew J. McCauley Jr., as follows. Count 1, murder. Guilty of murder in the first degree.
Finally, justice for Riley had been served. The only thing left was for Andy to be sentenced. The judge presiding over the case sealed his fate by giving him 2.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Light of day as a
Yes, sir!
again, and most importantly, he will never be able to hurt
Hope
another.
y'all enjoyed the video. Hope it was lit like I told y'all it would be. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, share this video. Once again, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for your boy. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I already know, man. Y'all rocking, we rolling, man. I'm out.